Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Bioshock 2. Looks like I'm having a few frame rate issues, but that shouldn't be too terrible. Let's let the intro play.
Okay.
Well, I apologize for all these overlays. This is my first time booting the game. Okay, yes, we'll apply the update. There will be a quick hiccup. I'm gonna suspend recording and then restart it just to see if, hopefully, we can get the frame rate up. Yes, that's much better. Well, apparently there's an update to download, so let me chat about Bioshock 2. This is my very first time booting this game on any platform. I have actually never played the sequel to Bioshock, as awful as that seems. So in one sense, I suppose this is the first blind Let's Play I've ever done. However, I assure you I have done lots of research about the optimal route to fully complete the game, finding everything, so hopefully we can go along for that ride together and it will go pretty smoothly. It's not the first time I've played something played at least a segment of a game for the first time. For example, when I played System Shock 1, I had only ever reached the executive level. I hadn't gone farther than that. And when I played Deus Ex Human Revolution, my very first playthrough of The Missing Link was the one you all were treated to. However, this is the first time I've recorded a game that I have literally never played any of. But I think it's very similar to Bioshock, so it should go pretty smoothly. There are some other issues that you're actually going to watch me sort out. I do everything on the PC. I suppose I could invest in ways to record Xbox games and it wouldn't be too terrible, but I don't know which DLC. I know there were some issues bringing some of it from the Xbox 360 to the PC, so I may be missing some of it for this playthrough, but the good news is none of it should impact the core game. It's all either multiplayer maps or standalone expansions, kind of like The Missing Link was. And finally, that brings me to multiplayer. This is the first game I've played with a multiplayer component. I typically ignore those, but there are several achievements tied to multiplayer, so I suppose, for the sake of completion, since I've always earned all achievements before, we will have to foray together into multiplayer just to earn those achievements. Please save your game progress and shut down the game to continue with the update. Alright, let's do that. And we're back. Hopefully we're done with updates and the like. More frame rate issues. Solved after that one little hiccup. Good. Well, maybe this time we can actually watch the intro without being rudely interrupted by a Games for Windows overlay.
Okay.
Here we are. Okay, first I want to look at my Steam overlay. So I'm trying to hit Shift-Tab and it isn't working. Okay, I guess I'll hit Home. Let me see if I have actual unlockable achievements for this game. I do! Okay, it looks like I have Minerva's Den. I have the Protector Trials. And I have Rapture Metro. Okay, never mind, I do have all the DLC. As I was saying, we will have to participate in multiplayer in order to unlock all 68 of these achievements. So we'll go into multiplayer for the very first time in any of my Let's Plays, but since I've never played this game... Steam just interrupted me in the background, so I'm sorry about that. As I was saying, since I've never played this game before, I think we'll do single player first, so we can get a feel for it and get good at it before I go compete with other players, since getting those achievements involves winning matches and such. So I'll be right back. And we're back, and I sincerely hope this is the last time, although we're getting frame rate hiccups again. Okay, Games for Windows Live is active. That's good. Steam is active. That's also good. My achievements are only active on Games for Windows, but that's fine. They're there, so we can actually see when I unlock them. That's good news. Let's fire up single player now. Oh. Well, let's look at my extras. Credits, downloadable content. Oh, I am gonna have to get it all, actually. Kill 'em kindly. Take this chance to turn your handicap into your enemies with this fresh melee mode where every blunt object is a golf club, no putting. Well, it's free, why not? Launch. Check out the launch trailer for Bioshock 2. Why not? Why not? Let's see, I have 360 Microsoft points. 400 for Minerva's Den, 400 for Rapture Metro. Well, I need both of those in order to get all the achievements. Sinclair Solutions Multiplayer. Guess we'll download that. The Protector Trials are free. I'm not going to spend money on extra characters for multiplayer. Expand your Bioshock 2 multiplayer experience with a rank increase to 50 with rank rewards including a third set of weapons upgrades, plus enjoy 20 new trials, 2 new playable characters, and 5 new masks. Okay, that I guess I do need, since it's got new trials and everything. Now I need to get more Microsoft points to get Minerva's Den and Rapture Metro. Yes, I'd like to add Microsoft points. I need 800, which is $10. Good, everything's set. What a pain in the butt. Now I should be able to get all the DLC downloading in the background. I do already have Bioshock 2, so I shouldn't need that at least. There we go. No, let's just let them download in the background. That should be fine. Okay, good. Alright. Sorry about that, folks. Technical stuff continues. Let's go to the options menu. For graphics, I don't want it windowed. I like VSync, shadow maps, high detail processing, high detail shaders, real-time reflection, distortion, force global lighting, DirectX 10 detail surfaces. Resolution's good, graphics quality, actor detail, texture detail, all high. Very good. Controls. Higher mouse sensitivity is usually better. I'm going to put it at 6. Invert look off, mouse acceleration off, mouse smoothing off. Customize keys. Move, WSAD, jump with space, crouch with C. I prefer to crouch with Control or F, typically. Let me see if those are being used for something else. Well, F is bound to use, but I hate that, so I'm going to bind crouch to F. Fire weapon left mouse, reload weapon and daddy sense R, that's fine. Next ammo, mouse wheel, that's fine. Zoom is T. I think Z makes more sense for zoom. 1 through 8 or weapons 1 through 8, pretty straightforward. Fire plasmid, right mouse. Next plasmid Q, that's fine. Plasmids 1 through 8, F1 through F8, that's fine. Hack is B. I'm going to switch that to V, just so it matches what it was in the original. Use, I'm going to switch to E. I've been used to E being used ever since Half-Life. Gun butt and drill dash. Shift. Well, that's new, but I guess shift is fine for that. Weapons, mouse wheel down and up. That's fine, although that means I don't like middle mouse for next ammo. Am I using B, as in boy, for anything? I don't think I am. So let's make B my ammo switcher. First aid, control. That just doesn't make much sense to me. I'm going to switch that to tab. How did fire weapon become unbound? How did fire plasmid become unbound? Alright. L for newest unread diary. I'm going to make that U, because that's what it used to be. Okay, all the bindings are staying put now, which is good. Map is M. F11, F12 for quick save and quick load. Exit scout mode for J. I'm not sure what that is. Telekinesis shield is Alt. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll find everything out. Let's save those bindings. I thought I increased my mouse sensitivity to 6. Let's apply that. Audio options. Use reverb. Audio mode stereo, master volume 10, sound effect volume 10, music volume 10, voiceover volume 10. I don't want reverb. That's all good. And gameplay options. Difficulty medium. We're going to crank that to hard. But I think we don't get that opportunity until we start the game. Helmet HUD graphic on, adaptive training on, dialogue subtitles on, art subtitles on, quest arrow. Let's turn that bullshit off. Item shimmer off, usable object highlight off, disable Vita-Chambers on. That's right, same as in Bioshock, although this time I'll actually get the gratification of seeing it earned. There's an achievement for finishing the game with no Vita-Chambers. This makes it easy. Just disable them. Alright, let's apply all of that. And now, we should be free to start a new game. Select difficulty, easy, you're new to shooters, medium, you've played other shooters, hard, you've played a lot of shooters. I don't know if I'd call myself an expert on shooters, but this game isn't exactly a shooter. It's much closer than System Shock 2 was, but it's still more complicated than just a shooter, which I like. Loading. Bioshock 2. Press space to continue. Perfect. 1958, beneath the Atlantic Ocean.
Look, Daddy, it's you. Let's go out to play, Daddy. More angels, Daddy. This way.
Get behind him!
Come with us, little girl.
You want some, big guy? Bigger they are, harder they are! Get out of here, freak!
There we are. He's perfectly safe now. This is not your daughter. Do you understand? Her name is Eleanor, and she is mine. Now, kneel, please. Remove your helmet. Now, take the pistol. Place it against your head. Fire.
Bioshock 2. Pretty cool. Ten years later. So it's 8 years after Bioshock 1. The year would be 1968.
Hello, can you hear me?
Well, here we are. So this is the first level, the Adonis Luxury Suites, I think it is, or Adonis Luxury Resorts. Anyway, I have to say, the Little Sisters and the Splicers all looked remarkably less disgusting, although that's probably because things hadn't gone so horribly awry yet. So we've started next to a Vita-Chamber, Adonis Luxury Resort. Fallen is Babylon. Okay, let's... Well, I guess I should just get moving, shouldn't I? What? Oh, this is backwards. Sorry, I'm gonna fix this really quick. It's got F11 as quick load and F12 as quick save. Should have paid a little more attention to that. Let's fix it. That's easy. Much better. Now I'm going to take just a second to make sure that I can't miss anything achievement-wise in this first level, so I'll be right back. Okay, I don't think any achievements are available here that I can miss. So, let's get moving. The Vita-Chamber. It brings you back to life. Wonder of science, fountain of youth. Our Vita-Chamber treatment will rejuvenate you at the genetic level. Well, my game just locked. Oh, new content available. I guess that means one of the downloads finished. But what was it? I'd better just see. No, I don't want to lose anything. I guess it doesn't matter. None of the DLC will affect the main game anyway. Let's check this side, finding nothing. We'll head on upstairs. Bunch of pictures. Drill fuel. Hey, a little sister. Well, she still looked remarkably less revolting than in the original. What about over here? Nothing. Press left mouse to smash the coral blocking the door. Okay. Easy enough. Press F to crouch. Adonis, Rapture's finest spa and getaway. I've heard of what that was. That's the big sister. Adonis Baths. This looks like a swimming pool. Lamb is watching. Those doors are rustier than they were in the first game. A nice touch. Potted meat. What is this? Beefy potted meat. The taste you remember. Tagline, beefy beet product. This can of processed meat will give you a small amount of health. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. That's it for help. Okay. No messages. Goals. Find a way out of here. The last thing you remember is your own death, but you are now alive again, somehow. You've woken up in an unfamiliar part of Rapture, and it seems much time has passed. Explore the area and see if you can find a way out. Cool. Alright, well, I have no need for the meat yet. Drill fuel. Drill fuel is the only ammunition type for the drill. Drill fuel enables the drill to spin up for its more powerful attacks. Oh, here we go. The basics. Firing weapons. Press left mouse to fire your current weapon. You can use weapons and plasmids simultaneously. This will also automatically reload your weapon if it is empty and you have more ammo of the current type. Oh good, it tells me which ones are new. Something I desperately wanted in the first game. Using plasmids. Press right mouse to use your current plasmid. You can use plasmids and weapons simultaneously. Upgraded plasmids are available later in the game. Many of these feature a charged fire. Press and hold right mouse to charge up a plasmid. Quick melee. Press shift for a quick melee attack. All ranged weapons support a quick gun butt attack. Gun butt attacks do minimal damage but are useful when low on ammo or cornered. Press shift with the drill to swing it rather than spin it. This does substantially more damage than a gun butt and should be used as a fallback melee attack. Switching weapons. Tap middle mouse or mouse wheel down to switch your current weapon. Switching plasmids. Tap Q to switch your current plasmid. Health and damage. There are many ways to come to harm in the City of Rapture. Splicer attacks, long falls, and elemental hazards such as fires will all lead to depleted health. Your health reserves are represented by the red bar in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. As you take damage, the red area will gradually shrink. If it is fully depleted, you will die. You can prevent this by using first aid kits, which can be found scattered around the city or purchased from a vending machine. The number next to your health bar represents the number of first aid kits you are currently carrying. You can carry a maximum of 5 by default. Press tab to use a first aid kit at any time. You can also restore health at a health station, though this costs money. Vita-Chambers. We're not using them, but if you are killed by the hostile denizens of Rapture, you will be revived live and whole at the last Vita-Chamber you passed. Some of your health will be restored, and you will always have at least a small amount of Eve. Vita-Chambers work automatically. There is no need to activate them. If you are revived while you have a little sister with you, she will be found waiting for you outside the Vita-Chamber. Remember to pick her up before moving on. Weapons. Drill. Press left mouse or shift to swing the drill. This is your strongest melee attack. Use the drill swing to conserve ammo. Press and hold left mouse to spin up the drill and do continuous damage to a target. Spinning the drill does heavy damage but consumes fuel. If you run out, find more in the world or buy some from a vending machine. Ammo types, drill fuel. People of Rapture. Andrew Ryan. What is the most vicious obscenity ever perpetrated on mankind? Slavery? The Holocaust? Dictatorship? No, it's the tool with which all that wickedness is built, altruism. The wealthy industrialist who founded the city of Rapture, Ryan envisioned the underwater city as a place where the finest minds of the surface world would gather to pursue their callings without government interference. As every citizen worked in his or her own self-interest, unhindered on moral, social, or legal grounds, Rapture society as a whole would become the greatest society on Earth. But as the realities of a society without moral boundaries bore down on Rapture and the city spiraled into chaos, Ryan flailed desperately to bring it back under his control. Dissidents like Sophia Lamb simply disappeared. Eventually, Ryan became the very thing that he built Rapture to escape, a dictator ruling Rapture with an iron fist. When Frank Fontaine began threatening Ryan's position of power, Ryan seized his businesses, instituted strict citywide curfews, and even began executing dissidents in Apollo Square. In 1960, a daring assassination plot ended in the death of Andrew Ryan. It had seemed that the utopian dream of Rapture died with him until now. Places in Rapture. Adonis Luxury Resort. Plasmids offered each citizen of Rapture a chance at physical perfection, but when one of Rapture's elite wanted to feel pampered, they would book a suite at the Adonis Luxury Resort. The ageless marble of classical Greek baths meets the Art Deco resplendence of Rapture's modern tastes. Spa treatments enhanced by the controlled use of plasmid abilities kept patrons of the Adonis feeling their very best. Radiating out from the grand swimming pool, guests would find intensive plasmid therapy rooms, a sauna, and the cutting-edge restorative technology of the Vita-Chamber. A private bathysphere docking ring provides easy access to the Adonis's main lobby and to the sumptuous fare of Demeter's banquet hall beyond. Excuse me. And snacks and medicinals, beefy potted meat. Groovy! Alright, let's pick up some drill fuel. Collected drill fuel, 50. Press and hold M to get a hint if you are stuck. Well, no thank you. I feel no need to do that.
I need this. Do you hear me?
Plasmid therapies. Delta moves slowly. But maybe Jack moved slowly too, and I just forgot about it when I got the increased movement speed plasmids. Is there anything in this water? Should have checked in the first place, but I didn't. Doesn't seem to be, though. But here, we see our first audio diary. Now, a brief note, there are 128 diaries total, and I'm planning on finding them all, but we'll unlock the achievement at 100 diaries. So, this is the first of 100 diaries that we need for Rapture Historian. And it is, attention, workers. But first let's see what it is. Diaries. Diaries are messages recorded by the people of Rapture, either as notes for themselves or as messages for other residents. Press and hold U to play the last diary you picked up. You can access a full list of diary messages from the M menu, from which you can play back diaries that you've previously acquired. That was World of Rapture. Alright.
Lesson 1, Mop Jockeys. You are under the ocean now. If you feel the soft patter of rain on your hat, you're already fired. Lesson 2. You can jumpstart a dead generator with a direct spark, but clear the guests out of the pool first. Scares these rich pricks to watch a working stiff hurling thunderbolts. You follow me?
Head to the Plasmid Therapies wing to find the plasmid. Plasmid Therapies to the left, sauna and training salon to the right.
I lose something. I don't bother counting anymore. Adam grabbing self.
I'd rather not waste fuel. Leadhead Splicer. Despite the ravages of atom withdrawal, leadhead splicers have retained enough fine motor control to aim and fire pistols, shotguns, and machine guns. A leadhead splicer puts survival first and will run for cover during a firefight. Their deadly accuracy makes even a single leadhead splicer a formidable threat. Splicer is a term for the inhabitants of Rapture who lost their humanity from using too many plasmids. Splicer. Splicer is a term for the roving lunatics of Rapture whose minds and bodies have been distorted by unchecked genetic manipulation through the use of substance Atom. Once addicted to Atom, a splicer's only concern is procuring more. They see anyone unfamiliar as a potential source for a score, your metal-suited self included. Splicers arm themselves with any weapon they might come across, from simple bludgeons to pistols and machine guns. Some splicers have molded their bodies into new forms, giving them enormous muscle mass, the ability to crawl on walls and ceilings, and even the power of teleportation. A system of mind-controlling pheromones allow those with control of Rapture to guide splicers on the attack. Splicers may work together, but make no mistake, after the effects of Atom take hold, a splicer cannot be reasoned with. That's under enemies. Cool. He has a first aid kit and $2. You got a first aid kit. When hurt, press tab to heal. This one is a thuggish splicer. Thuggish splicers rely on brute force, bashing their enemies with any implement that comes to hand, a wrench or lead pipe being popular choices. Thuggish splicers are perhaps the most far gone, having lost the ability to manipulate a gun's trigger. Thuggish splicers throw themselves at their target without regard for their own safety, making them a deadly and relentless foe. Splicer is a term for the inhabitants of Rapture who lost their humanity from using too many plasmids. Wrench or lead pipe, I think that's a nod to the to the two System Shock games. Oh, and I've got a new entry in the basics. First aid kit. A first aid kit instantly restores health when used, filling your red health bar. The number of first aid kits you have remaining is displayed along with the red bar at the top of the screen. You can carry 5 by default. Press tab to use a first aid kit at any time. Anything else? No. She's got canned beans. Now I have to wonder if canned beans show up in here. Yep, snacks and medicinals. Can of beans. You're growing like a weed. Must be all those CJ Greens. Excerpt CJ Greens radio advertisement. This can of tasty beans will give you a small amount of health. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. Let's run back and eat that potted meat right quick, since we did take 1 gunshot. Perfect. Now, look for key codes to locked doors. Sauna. Key code 1540. Well, it's written there. I cannot hack this particular keypad, so let's just open it. Oh look, I do have the code. 1540. Corpse. Corpses. Corpses, whether created by your own hand or some other accident of rapture, often have useful items on them, such as ammo, first aid kits, Eve hypos, and other supplies. Press E to search a corpse, then press E again to take the contents. Most enemies carry at least a little ammo and cash, so be sure to search your fallen foes before moving on. If you have already searched and emptied a corpse, the name of the corpse will be gray, and there will be no prompt to search it. That was in World of Rapture. So let's see what she's got. $6 and bandages. Snacks and medicinals. Bandages. Gauze bandages in Rapture are treated with a variety of gene-altering substances which instantly repair your body at the cellular level. Applying a roll of bandages to your wounds will provide a modest boost in health. They are used immediately when picked up. Alright. Dollars. Money. Money is used primarily to purchase items at vending machines, but it can also be used to buy out a hack or get health from health stations. That was also World of Rapture. Drill fuel. And a diary. Fitness. Now this is diary number 2 of the 100 we need to unlock Rapture Historian.
My husband is such a perfect idiot. Throws away all his spending money on gene tonics to affect a look of physical fitness. So he'll have an excuse to sit on his rear all day listening to radio serials. Stephen, I tell him, you want to be fit? Come swim laps with me, the old-fashioned way. It's your mind that's atrophying. Maybe I'll start sneaking some brain boost into his daily regimen.
Okay. Now let's head to plasmid therapies. Hey, an Eve hypo. Restoring Eve. An Eve hypo fully fills your Eve bar no matter what its current level so that you can use your plasmids. Your current supply of Eve is represented by the blue Eve bar in the top left corner of the screen. It will gradually deplete as you use plasmids. If you run out completely, your plasmid hand will not appear on screen. The power of Atom. Now let's grab that. Plasmids. Lamb is watching. Cash register. Searchable containers. There are still many useful items hidden around Rapture in searchable containers like desks, cabinets, and shipping crates. Press E to open a container. Once open, press E again to take its contents. You can find ammo, first aid kits, Eve hypos, and other supplies by searching containers. If you have already searched and emptied a container, the name of the container will be gray and there will be no prompt to open it. That's fine. Let's get some money. Unity and Metamorphosis, Dr. Sophia Lamb. Rapture's Best and Brightest, 1952. Appears to be nothing else. Oh, Eve Dispenser. Tool dispensers. Dispensers were installed in certain areas of Rapture to aid in common tasks. They will produce one kind of tool. Use them to resupply if necessary. That's interesting. Evolution in a Bottle, Plasmids by Ryan Industries. Plasmid ad. Now I'm forced to wonder if maybe I missed something. Door control. I just want to take a quick look right here. And maybe even at the Vita-Chamber. Sorry if this seems tedious, I just don't want to miss anything. My drill's very rusty. All in all, I don't think I'm in great shape. Smash up some more coral. Why? Because it makes me feel awesome. Okay. Just the Vita-Chamber, which I already read the hint for. Hey, City of Rapture, established 1946. I'm certain that generator will open this door, but... Tomorrow's promise kept today. Rapture. Warning, high voltage pool room generator. Training salon. Mud baths. Plasmid therapies. Plasmid therapy. Treatment room 1, treatment room 2. There's the Gatherer's Garden. Please hurry, Daddy. From Eleanor. Here's the Gatherer's Garden. Electrobolt. Electrobolt. The Electrobolt plasmid allows you to shoot a high-voltage arc of electricity from your fingertips. Press right mouse to fire Electrobolt. Electrobolt shocks and stuns enemies for a short time. Though this does not do damage by itself, foes are vulnerable while shocked and take increased damage from melee attacks. Hit a shocked enemy with a swift swing of your drill for maximum effectiveness. Electrobolt can also be used on the many pools of standing water that can be found in Rapture. Shocking a pool of water creates a deadly trap. Anyone caught in it will take a large amount of damage if they aren't killed outright. Electrobolt is also highly effective on machines and security elements such as bots, turrets, and cameras. The shock of electricity will shut them down for a short while, leaving them open to attacks or hacking. And that is plasmid descriptions. Good times, good times. Alright, let's take it.
Daddy was sleeping for such a long time, and Eleanor has missed you. Find her and you'll be all better.
Collected Electrobolt. Press right mouse to fire a bolt of electricity from your hand. Come soon to come find me. Oh, we're getting some frame rate hiccups. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Let me see if I can calm it down a little. Okay, good so far. Yes, good. Awesome. Let's search these treatment rooms then. Corpse has $2. Cigarettes. Nicotime cigarettes. I'm a Nicotime man, always will be. Why? They smoke good and don't cost half a damn. Albert Milonakis, customer. A pack of cigarettes will give you a very small boost of Eve. Warning, may cause health complications. They are consumed immediately when picked up. And the power of Adam. What is Adam? The miracle-working genetic elixir of Rapture, Adam has the ability to rewrite a person's genetic code from the ground up. When imprinted with a plasmid, Adam can do anything from changing a person's physical appearance to conferring incredible powers like shooting fire from the fingertips or turning the body invisible to the naked eye. A number of years after the founding of Rapture, the potential of Adam was discovered by Dr. Tenenbaum. The substance is secreted by a previously unknown type of deep-sea slug, then processed into usable form and injected into the human body. Everyone in Rapture began using Adam to improve themselves, making it the most valuable commodity in the city. When someone who has spliced up Adam can't maintain a constant supply, their bodies and minds begin falling apart. They crave Adam more and more, eventually turning into so-called splicers who care only for their next fix. Plasmids. Plasmids alter your genes to give you new abilities. These abilities include setting splicers and objects on fire, causing security systems to attack your enemies, shocking your foes with electricity, creating deadly traps, and more. To use your plasmid powers, press right mouse to use your current plasmid. You can cycle your current plasmid by tapping Q. All plasmids require Eve to use. As you use plasmids, your blue Eve bar in the top left corner of the screen will grow shorter. There are many plasmids available, each with different abilities and effects. Upgrades add more power, cheaper Eve costs, and new abilities. You can purchase plasmid upgrades with Adam at a gatherer's garden. Eve. Eve is the genetic substance that powers plasmids. All plasmids require Eve to use and cannot be used if you run out. Your current supply of Eve is represented by the blue Eve bar in the top left corner of the screen. It will gradually deplete as you use plasmids. If you run out completely, your plasmid hand will not appear on screen. Eve can be restored by applying blue Eve hypos, which can be found or purchased all over Rapture. The number of Eve hypos you have remaining is displayed along with the Eve bar at the top of the screen. You can carry 5 by default. Eve hypos are used automatically when your Eve bar is depleted. Alright, anything else? No, not right now. Let's make a save. Is there anything else in here? Look 20 years younger. Rejuvena Skin Tightening Tonic from Sinclair Solutions. Used with pride by Jay Steinman. Let's check the other room. Money. $4. Over here. Oxford Club cigarettes. Join the club, accept no less. Oxford Club cigarettes advertising copy. A pack of cigarettes will give you a very small boost of Eve. Warning, may cause health complications. They are consumed immediately when picked up. Okay. Sounds like you need to slim down. Orion Industries tonic. Looks like that's it. So let's zap the door control. Get the thing open.
Seven heads and 10 horns. 7 heads and 10 horns. 660. What's that?
Foul lad! You can't take my furs! Never! Where is my tongue?
Oh, I'd better use a first aid kit. Okay, well. They do significantly more damage than they did in the first game. I will have to keep that in mind. And we've got 2 thuggish splicers. This one has fresh water and $3. Fresh water is something new, but yes, snacks and medicinals. Fresh water. Desalinization, now in your own home. Convenient, affordable. Be an individual. Mendelsohn and Waite's Technological Advancements Catalog copy. A jug of fresh water will restore a small amount of Eve. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. And sorry about that, just dealing with a bit of business on my cell phone, but let's go over to her now. Okay, they're back to looking disgusting. Oh wow. That's clever. Look, her bare foot has contorted into the shape of a high heel. Eve hypo and bandages, we've seen all those before. Let's zap that.
At last, a signal. You, who are bringing this dead city to life, listen. My name, it is Tannenbaum. I know who you are, and I am in much need of your help. Please, find me in the Atlantic Express train station.
New goal, find Tannenbaum. Before we get through here, let's look at our message and our new goal. You've been contacted by a mysterious figure named Bridget Tannenbaum. She needs you to find her in the Atlantic Express train depot. Make your way there. And we have Tannenbaum contact. Not missing anything, am I? Ah yes, people of Rapture, Rigid Tenenbaum. What makes a thing like me? I look at genes all day long, and never do I see the blueprint of sin. The brilliant geneticist who discovered the miraculous substance known as Adam inside a sea slug, and developed the process of implanting it into young girls to produce the little sisters. Rigid Tenenbaum is a survivor. Once icy and emotionless, she escaped the Holocaust by assisting her captors in their inhuman experiments on her own fellow prison camp inmates. She prospered in Rapture by corrupting a generation of innocent girls, sentencing them to be little sisters, and by extension creating the Adam addiction that destroyed the city. But as Rapture fell, Tenenbaum had a change of heart and experienced remorse for the first time. Since then, she has sought redemption. Long ago, she developed a plasmid to cure the little sisters and worked to return them to humanity and to rescue them all from Rapture. Now, she is trying to stop whomever is responsible for the creation of the new ones wandering Rapture. And one quick hiccup just to try to avoid lag in the voiceover. Alright. Calcio, most effective milk substitute on the market. 32% of your recommended daily dose of calcium. Kashmir Restaurant, for the exotic, entertaining, pleasurable dining experience. Men's room is closed. There's another Big Daddy out there. Oh, he fixed the leak. Nice work, dude. Here's an Eve hypo. Let's check the ladies' room. Got money here. Coin slot. Insert $5. Now let's save, and we'll see if it's worth it or not. This corpse has aspirin. What does that do for us, I wonder? Pain Drain Aspirin. Watch today's little problems simply drain away. Advertising poster, Pain Drain Aspirin. A dose of aspirin will restore a moderate amount of Eve. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. Let's take the money, too. Well, since we made $2 extra, I'm going to go ahead and say that was worth it.
Looking for trash for scrap. You're not fit to grovel at lamb's feet.
Down she goes. Zap 'em, then whack 'em. Potted meat and $2. Find fresh water and $2 in there. Yeah, that was just another searchable container. Drill fuel. Here is an audio diary to my daughter. Sorry, this is diary number 3 of the 100 we need for Rapture Historian. Let's pick it up and listen.
To my daughter, Eleanor, soon you will be born, and Rapture will be your home. You shall be raised as I was, to advance the common good through social psychiatry. This city's potential is immeasurable, Eleanor, yet our beliefs are unwelcome here. Life will be difficult, but the price of revolution is always dear. If we are patient with her, Rapture will come to us.
Interesting. Alright, let's head through here.
I haven't had a taste of Adam
Zap
in
it.
weeks.
This is Dr. Sophia Lamb with a message for the people. Remember, you are not alone. Think of me not as leader, but as mother to the Rapture family.
We're having frame rate issues. There we go. Oh. Let's see if we can cure the hiccup. Alright. Uh-oh. Ah, new content available. That's always the problem. Alright. This one has canned beans and some money. This one has vitamins and $3. Vitamins, I believe, are new. Vitamins. 6 a day keeps the doctor away. Advertising jingle. William Strong Vitamins. The boost from vitamins will give you a small amount of health. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. That's fine. Journey to the Ryan Amusements. Journey to the surface. An experience that no citizen of Rapture can afford to miss. Andrew Ryan. Fire at your fingertips. Incinerate. Plasmids by Ryan Industries. Brain Boost, Orion Industries Gene Tonic. Lamb is watching. That's over this bridge. Anything? Not that I can see. Splice Nice, new animal magnetism from Fontaine Futuristics. And a diary, Return. This is diary number 4 of the 100 that we need for Rapture Historian. Let's go ahead and pick it up and listen to it.
I am back in Rapture after so many years. The little ones I rescued are grown up and think of me no more. After what I once did to them, it was a joy to be forgotten. But now, all around the world, children vanish by the sea, kidnapped. And so I return, in fear of what I already know. Someone is making new little ones, continuing my work, my sins. Even if I am to die for it, I must stop them.
Fair enough. Failed to save game. Why the hell would that happen? I'm just periodically bouncing to the menu to interrupt the recording because that prevents the voiceover lag we encountered in the playthrough of the first one. We've seen all these already. Here's the dead Big Daddy, Rosie. Oh, it's just a corpse, okay. 8 rivets and $11. Well, the rivets are certainly new. That would be in ammo types, I think. Yes. Rivet. Rivets are the base ammunition type for the rivet gun. These rivets do a moderate amount of piercing damage. Health and happiness through genetics. Alright. Well, here is the rivet gun. Press left mouse to fire, press shift for a quick melee attack. Base ammo, rivet, moderate amount of piercing damage. Alternate ammo, heavy rivet, moderate amount of armor piercing damage, especially deadly with headshots. Alternate ammo, trap rivet, will embed where fired and shoot a secondary rivet when an enemy nears. Alright, let's try out our new gun.
It'll be time to pick Sophia's brain. You're worth nothing!
Man, I am sucking. He has 3 rivets. This one has bandages and 3 rivets. I guess I really need to be stunning them. That seems to be the answer. Certainly got plenty of Eve hypos. Wellness station. First aid kit, general purpose. $5 physical checkup. Free first aid kit with your paid appointment. Adonis Luxury Resort. Plasma Quick. Contains 25% more per bottle. When life begins to drag, flip the switch. Enjoy Plasma Quick. Health Medical Corporation. Afflicted with phossy jaw, scurvy, Dandy Dental has the cure for what ails. Oral surgery a specialty. Brought to you by Vitastat. Feel better than ever. First aid kit, general purpose. Quality that can't be beat, now with extra strength. When your vitality is as important as your time. First aid kit. I think we've already seen those. But I'm going to need to use it right away, unfortunately. With Adam, there's no reason not to be beautiful. Dr. Steinman's Cosmetic Enhancement. Thrifty Care. Safe, speedy, affordable. Eve. Running on empty, fill up with Eve. Only the best for our discerning customers. Let me see now. What about down here? Bathysphere docking. Well, here is a hop-up cola. What is this? Put the pep back in your step. Hop-up soda advertising copy. The burst of caffeine from a bottle of soda will restore a small amount of Eve. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. Just so much. I love it. Okay. Sure, why not? And a diary. They called it Rapture. This is diary number 5 of the 100 that we need for Rapture Historian. Okay. Let's pick it up and listen.
Barely made it down alive. But here it is. And it's real. Rapture. This is where that thing took my poor baby girl. From what I saw in the sub, most of the city's in ruins. But there were lights here and there. And shapes moving. I'm rambling, scared, I guess. But maybe, if I find this Dr. Lamb I keep hearing over the PA, I'll find Cindy too.
Stay away. $3. Rivet gun. Gave me 12 rivets. Not bad. Steamer trunk. Empty. Luggage. 50 drill fuel. Purse. Aspirin. Shoebox. Lacan scotch. Oh, I shouldn't have consumed that, but... Lacan Scotch. Make it your signature. Lacan Scotch advertising copy. A bottle of scotch will restore a small amount of health but drain a small amount of Eve. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. This corpse. A cream-filled cake. That'll be new too. A creamy treat, cream-filled cake. A creamy treat, fresh as can be. Thanks, Mom. Cream-filled cake advertising copy. This delicious cream-filled cake will give you a small amount of health. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. That's all fine and dandy. Fresh water. In the briefcase, we have fine gin. I didn't want to, but it was the only way to get the flavor text for it. McHale Gin. Cold and clear, the unmistakable bite of McHale Gin. McHale Gin advertising copy. A bottle of gin will restore a small amount of health, but drain a small amount of Eve. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up.
Come here! Must hide!
bandages and 3 rivets. Not bad. Oh, rivets. Probably good to be able to recognize those. Make sure I didn't miss any back here, since I clearly didn't know what they looked like. Okay, we're good. And now a word from Dr. Lamb. This seems like a good place to save. Failed to retrieve list of saved games. What? I've always heard that Bioshock 2 was glitchy, but I'm not even sure what that means. Yeah, this just looks dangerous. So, let's head in. Oops. Look good. Yikes. Big Sisters. A big sister combines the strength of a big daddy with the atom-draining abilities of a little sister. They are armored, deadly, and can survive out in the ocean, but are also able to drain atom from corpses to power plasmid abilities. When a little sister is abducted by a splicer, the big sisters are the last line of defense, emerging from the shadows to hunt down the attacker. The little sister is then returned to the system to start her work anew, or the atom itself is recovered from the offending splicer. Along with dashing and slashing attacks, Big Sisters may wield genetic abilities like Incinerate and Telekinesis. Big Sisters are incredibly agile and can jump up to perch on walls like a spider splicer, catching their target unawares. Well, I don't like that at all. Big Daddies and Little Sisters. Big Daddies. From the time of its founding, the maintenance of Rapture required trained divers in reinforced suits to walk the seafloor, shoring up leaks and reinforcing the city's superstructure. When Atom became the driving force in Rapture and Little Sisters were developed to reclaim the priceless resource from dead bodies, the inhabitants of those metal diving suits were genetically altered to become the Little Sisters' mindless, lumbering protectors. In their new role, these imposing figures were nicknamed Big Daddies. Once genetically conditioned in the research labs of Point Prometheus, a Big Daddy's only purpose is to wander Rapture searching for a little sister to protect. Once paired with a little sister, the Big Daddy follows her like a faithful dog and fiercely fights off anyone who approaches her. A standard Big Daddy has extremely limited mental abilities and no free will. They exist as docile sleepwalkers who will fight to the death only if their little sister is threatened. Little Sisters. Atom became the most valuable commodity in Rapture, both because of its immense power and because of its scarcity. Once Atom is injected into someone, it remains in their body indefinitely. If the splicer dies, their Atom dies with them. The Little Sisters are the solution to this problem. Little Sisters are young girls who have had the atom-producing sea slug implanted into their bodies. With the slug implanted, the Little Sisters are able to draw Atom out of a dead body's bloodstream, ingest it, and process it back into usable Atom. Along with this processing ability, the Atom Slug constantly produces a stem cell-like substance which instantly regenerates any damage done to the Little Sisters, such as from bullets, flames, or other attacks. But like a run-of-the-mill splicer, exposure to Atom also drives the Little Sisters completely mad. Little Sisters have only one purpose: to search out corpses containing Adam, extract their blood, and process it back into a usable Adam payload. Feeling remorse for her role in their creation, Dr. Tenenbaum developed a plasmid which allows the user to purify Little Sisters, reversing the effects of Adam exposure on their bodies and minds, but destroying the valuable Adam slug in the process. Alright, back to work. Seems like I can't lose this fight. And can't win it either. But boy oh boy, that sure hurt. It's gonna hurt when I do have to win a fight with one of those things.
This is Dr. Sophia Lamb with a message for the people. Remember, Big Sister is always watching. To steal Adam is to steal from the Rapture family. Your family.
Alright, I got some potato chips. That's new. Oh, Adam corpses. Adam corpses are the angels where Little Sisters gather their Adam. Bring a Little Sister to an Adam corpse to have her gather Adam for you, but be careful as this will draw attention from splicers. Adam corpses are visible on your map. When you have a Little Sister with you, these bodies will also glow. To have a Little Sister guide you to an Adam corpse, press and hold R. Just follow the glowing trail. If you have a Little Sister with you, you can set her down on an Adam corpse to gather Adam by pressing R. This will attract splicers, so be ready for a fight. Snacks and medicinals. Salty's chips. Captain Salty, a man of the sea, the perfect potato chips, Captain Salty's they be. Salty's chips advertising copy. A bag of delicious potato chips will give you a small amount of health. Like all food and drink, they are consumed immediately when picked up. Okay, fair enough. Please wait to be seated. Demeter's Banquet Hall. Elevators. Guess I'll quick save with that encounter over. What do we have over here? A very welcome first aid kit. Sardines and aspirin. Well, I think the sardines are new. Sardines. Pack on in nice and tight, little fellas. Rapture's waiting for you. Excerpt, Fontaine Atlantic Sardines radio advertisement. These canned sardines will give you a small amount of health. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. Don't want the cigarettes. There's a Vita-Chamber. Old Tom Whiskey. It packs a wallop. Old Tom Whiskey advertising copy. A bottle of whiskey will restore a small amount of health, but drain a small amount of Eve. Like all food and drink, it is consumed immediately when picked up. And we have a diary. Generation. This is diary number 6 of the 100 we need for Rapture Historian.
Diane insisted that we spend a weekend at the Adonis, and already I find myself seeking a respite from my vacation. She deems it necessary to chide me for working. The words dissolve into an endless animal bleat. I founded Rapture to be free of law and God, to live among those for whom work is our wage. Yet, when Diane speaks of burying my child, I am given pause. Till now I had never considered my legacy. Perhaps after the new year.
Let's search these suitcases. Find 6 rivets. Find gin. Nothing. Fresh water. Potato chips and hop-up cola. Keep it fresh. Riot Industries. Winter Blast. Adonis Luxury Resort. Let life begin again. Nothing in there. Nothing on this bar. check upstairs in a minute, but let's search all these first. Find $3, not bad. Slow down, Mary. A Rapture reminder. Take care of yourself. That's the Rapture way. Canned beans. $4. An Eve hypo. That cigar is not a usable item. There's a first aid kit, which I will take with me. There's a rivet gun, along with some rivets. Alright, we can either do the banquet hall or the stairs. I'm gonna go with the stairs. Since the big sister went that way, I'm assuming that's the way I'm supposed to go. And indeed, it looks as though it is. More rivets next to the door. And let's pause to keep the recording fresh. Alright. With that done, let's move on. Air Pure Deluxe ad. Ladies, there's a new sensation in Rapture. It's all the knitting circle can talk about. The Frederick's Copper Line Happy Handmade. Frederick's. A housewife's day is full of stress, cooking, tidying up, correspondence, and a husband who's always in the office working to get ahead in this free market. Relax with the soothing touch of the Frederick's Happy Handmade. 3 massage settings and a gentle warming effect leave the skin gently flushed and feeling youthful. A discreet companion to end your stressful day. Use of this product benefits the feminine mind and spirit. Dr. Sophia Lamb. Dionysus Park. Go wild. Stylish ladies know the most beautiful frocks are to be found at Boutique Renata. Surface replica items available on request. Aspirin and vitamins. Demeter's Banquet Hall. Neckties by Wilson Freeman. Save. Top quality. Top value. That one we've already seen. We will be reborn in the cold womb of the ocean. The Mermaid Bar, ladies' night, every week. Well, this just cries out for a quick save. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess water can't hurt a Big Daddy. Everything is slowed down. That makes sense. Doesn't appear to be a whole lot I can do, except...
In that suit, even the ocean cannot harm you. This is good. But Rapture is the death of many great men. Alone, you will not last long. You can still reach the train station. Find me there.
That message was... Tenenbaum, teamwork. Okay, cool. We'll quick save. That's fine. Just fine. Press space to jump. Adonis Luxury Resort. Okay, we're actually on a pretty linear track here. Big Daddy, Little Sister, Splicers. That's kind of cool. We're gonna watch this. That's some kind of new and awesome Big Daddy that wasn't in the first game. Fuel! Yep, off they go. There's a sunken ship. Shark. Whale bones, maybe? Presto, it's mealtime, frozen dinners. Something, something. Yes, folks, in 2 simple steps, you too can have a good square meal. Oh boy. By Value King. That way or this way? Oh, that just loops me back, although those jellyfish look neat. Let's go through here. Cannot carry any more rivets. Not sure what I just heard. Rapture. Welcome to Rapture, your beautiful city. Much like the view from the first game. But I think I'm missing something from back here and I won't be able to get back, so apologies for my need to backtrack. Unfamiliarity with the games does come with a certain price, but it's not too bad. We got rivets there. Oh yeah, right here. Right at the start we have a ruined bathysphere with corpses inside. First aid kit and a diary. Escape from Rapture. This is diary number 7 of the 100 we need for Rapture Historian.
Alright, diary. Last entry. Lizzie and I, we found a sphere, and we're going home. Ain't that right, baby? Next stop, topside.
Oh, I love you. It was you who saved us, Sammy. It was you, Button. What was that? What's that sound?
She's seen us. It's Lamb. Torpedo! Ah, I'm trying to...
Okay. Now we're ready to hop back down into Rapture proper. In fact, you might at least in that nice big panoramic view, I recognize some landmarks from the first game. Although some of the lights have turned off. I'll point those out before I make the jump. Alright, I have to admit the visual distortion of the water that resolves as you move close is a pretty cool graphical effect. I should have played this before. I don't know why I skipped the sequel. So, Pharaoh's Fortune Casino. See the flickering lights on that man over there. Fleet Hall, also flickering. The Tobacconist. Robertson's Tobaccery and Le Marquis, whatever that is. Yeah, I recognize a lot of those, but Atlantic Express is where we're headed, so let's jump right off the cliff. No going back now. Atlantic Express. There's a big sister. I don't think we get into any fights underwater, though. Alright, Atlantic Express Maintenance Depot. Let's head into here. Ready. Flood or drain. Airlock control. Alright, well, let's cycle it. Draining. Achievement unlocked. Daddy's home. Loading the Atlantic Express. Press space to continue. Well, before I do that, I'll just note that Daddy's Home, our first achievement, just found your way back into the ruins of Rapture. Nice and easy. That is the first of 68 available achievements in Bioshock 2 with all of its DLC.
Ah, Herr Delta. You arrive, as the little one said you would. Come upstairs to the ticket booth, and I will offer what I know of you.
New goal, get to Bridget Tenenbaum. So, let's look through everything right quick. Get to Bridget Tenenbaum. Bridget Tenenbaum is calling for help from the fortified ticket booth in the Atlantic Express train station. You will need to make your way through the Atlantic Express maintenance facility to reach her. Follow the signs to reach the train station. That message was, Tenenbaum arrived. Now, new content available. Now let me see if there's any extra help messages. There are places in Rapture, the Atlantic Express. The outmoded railway system that runs through the oldest districts of Rapture. Built by Prentice Mill in the city's early days, the Atlantic Express was once the Rapture populace's primary mode of transport. After the introduction of the Rapture Metro system of personal bathyspheres, the Atlantic Express fell out of favor and went bankrupt. The tracks remain largely intact, if disused. The Atlantic Express Maintenance Depot was home to the drafting offices of the train company's brilliant mechanical engineers, as well as an enormous switching roundhouse and a central station for passengers headed to all points on the Express's train lines. Now, with all of that done, I'm going to quick save, make a new permanent save, and call it a video. Failed to retrieve list of saved games. Well, this is bothering me, but if we make a new one, we should be okay. I would think. What is going on? Well, I'm uncomfortable with this, but, you know, if I have to repeat the first level later on, so be it. This has been Let's Play Bioshock 2. We've made our way out of the Adonis Luxury Resort and arrived at the Atlantic Express. I've done a lot of reading and acquainting myself with the universe of the sequel. You had to watch me buy some DLC just to make sure we'd be able to get all the achievements and complete everything like I always promise we'll do. Anyway, we're in the thick of the single-player game now. Next time, we will tackle the Atlantic Express. Until then, thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.